Welcome to Dodger Stadium. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. The Atlanta Braves taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. All right, we'll be back to get this one started
and
after this.
Your Los Angeles Dodgers.
And today's starter, Emmett Sheehan. What do you look for here?
With the height, the release point creates a lot of tilt on his pitches. So coming into the zone, really hard for the hitters to get on plane. Makes it very difficult for the hitters to guess.
Ozzie Albies, the leadoff batter as he swings through for strike one. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
Got to be careful here. This is the type of hitter that can punish you, even with pitches outside the zone.
Hey, got him. And one away.
Batting second, the catcher, Drake Caldwell.
Not close with that one. Ball one.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
Inside, almost got him.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they are creeping into my mind right now.
And there's ball four. And that's how they get their first base runner of the game. Here's Matt Olson. On the ground, 2 ball. Rojas for one. On to Freeman. Double play. In and over. Back here at Chavez Ravine. And now here's the starter for Atlanta, Chris Sale. Always a treat to watch one of the best starters in the sport, Singy.
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
And that one a little below the knees. And that's ball 3. There's a strike.
I mean, that's perfect location right on the black. I mean, over and over again, this guy demonstrates the ability to hit those spots. They're so tough to do anything with as a hitter.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off the 3-2 pitch. And I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Teoscar Hernandez at the plate now. That's ball 1. This one in the air, center field. Harris should have this one. He's got it. And there's one down. This guy with light tower power.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
High fly ball out towards left center. Harris gets under it. Takes it in for the out. That one inside. Ball 1. Smith leads off first with 2 down to the inning. In the air, right field. He makes the grab, and that will end the inning. We move ahead to the top of the second now. Now in for the Braves, Michael Harris the second. That one fouled off.
No, inside.
Sheehan in his 3rd season, 26 years old, and he was a 6th round draft pick in 2021. Just missed. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Swing at a ground ball. Gets it to first. Leadoff man retired here in the second.
That is it. The left fielder, Mike Yastrzemski.
In the air, left field. And that is a foul ball. No score here in the second. Up the middle, Rojas. On to first.
No, he's out.
2 up, 2 down in the top of the second.
That is it.
Next to hit, Jonah Heim.
Jonah Heim.
In the on-deck circle, you really want to use that opportunity to see some pitches and time up the fastball. Last thing you want to do is miss a good hittable fastball early in the count.
Swings through that one for strike 2. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. But it bounces off his glove. And that's a foul ball. In the air, left field. Hernandez under it. And he makes the catch. And that'll do it. Bottom of the second, here come the Dodgers. No score. Swing, high fly ball, right field. That one back, that one on its way, and it's gone. He sends it out of here. The Dodgers strike first. It's 1-0.
A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Fouled off left side. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. Bottom half of inning number 2. There's a swing and a miss. Sets him down looking. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. Miguel Rojas at the plate. Sale certainly has electric stuff. Considered by many to be a strikeout pitcher. He might not be at the top level in that category, but strikeout's a big part of his game.
And he doesn't beat himself. I mean, he's going to throw strikes. He's not going to issue many free passes, and he's going to keep the ball in the ballpark.
Zips it to first. 2 away now.
Batting in, the second baseman, Alex Freeland.
So when you look at that, he's not completely preventing hitters from hitting home runs, but he's so consistent that you look up. By the time he gives the ball over, it's the 6th or 7th inning, and there's 1 or 2 runs on the board at most.
2 down, nobody on. That's down and in. Got him. Inning over. Back here in L.A. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Ronald Acuna Jr.
You know, these Braves, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. I'm specifically talking about the first pitch. These batters are swinging more than 80% of the time, which is fine if you're scoring runs, but that hasn't been the case today.
The 1-1. Hard hit left side. Handles, throws to first, and 1 away in the top of the 3rd.
Batting in, the third baseman, Austin Riley.
That misses.
that's just out.
Ball one.
Curveball kind of backed up on him there. I think it just slid out of the hand a little bit too soon.
That one fouled off. 2-2. That's inside.
That's inside.
This one in the air right field. Tucker really on his horse for it. Won't get to this one. It drops foul. Payoff pitch. That one carrying. Banks off the wall. And the tying runs at second base with a double.
All over that one right there. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Dubon in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. Strike two.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
Runner edges away at second. Out to short, Rojas. They get the tag on him. And here comes Ozzie Albies to the dish. 0 for 1 after striking out. Runner takes off on the ground to the left. It's in and out of his glove, but they get the out at first, and that'll do it for the inning. Back here at Dodger Stadium as we go to the last of the third. Max Muncy steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
Sometimes a hitter will go up there and guess, and it's not just pulling something out of the sky, but expecting because of tendencies a certain pitch in a certain location. He just guessed wrong. Really nice slider right there, sweeping across the dish, but just couldn't hang the edge.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Ball one. Hey.
Next pitch misses. Ball two. Late on that fastball.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Olsen takes it in for the out. That's out number 2.
Up next for the
2 outs,
Dodgers.
base is empty.
No
Here's Teoscar Hernandez.
Hernandez.
Out to short, Dubon. Inning over. Start of the fourth. Now it's the Atlanta catcher, Drake Baldwin. And fouled off. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock.
He was all over that one. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. Trying to do too much with jack drop.
Gets handed the rock out of the pen.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of him. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him. Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hard to order coming up right behind him. This is where
Called out on strikes. 1 out, man. So now pinch hitter for Atlanta, Eli White.
And this is a big at-bat coming, Boo. Definitely a little added pressure on him here. Boog, the runner at first needs to be careful right here. He's dealing with a pickoff artist on the mound.
great stop. And that's a great play for the out. Mike Yastrzemski up here. So now pinch hitter for Atlanta, Jorge Mateo. The runner on first with 2 gone for him. And that one fouled off. Pitch out, but no action. The lefty ready, and a 1-1. On the ground, out to short. They get the force, and that's the inning. Back here at Chavez Ravine, ready to go, bottom 4. Shohei Ohtani steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Popped up left side. Riley takes it in for the out. And there's 1 down.
Something I'm noticing in this one is that these hitters are aggressive early in the count. It makes you wonder if that was talked about in the hitters meeting before this game started.
And there's 2 down. Here's Kyle Tucker.
Coming off an absolute bomb in his last at bat.
Ball 1.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
And that is that. Ready now for the 5th inning. So here's the Braves designated hitter, Jonah Heim. Swing and a ball popped in the air. 1 away. So the Dodgers have a new arm on the mound, Edgardo Henriquez.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves, late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Throw on to Freeman, and the first 2 set down in the top of the 5th. Austin Riley at the plate, doubled his first time. Hit on the ground to short. Rojas to first. It short hops him, but a nice pick for out number 3. We head to the bottom of the 5th, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Freddie Freeman.
Freddie Freeman.
Check swing. He held up. Ball 1.
Fooled on that pitch, got a little anxious. The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
And that's a strikeout looking. And that's 4 strikeouts.
Not shortstop, Miguel Rojas.
Foul ball there. And a swing and a miss.
2 really good back-to-back sliders. Now in an 0-2 count. He's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. On a line, base hit. And they have their first hit since the 2nd inning.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
That's a laser base hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone.
Back-to-back singles. You can't do much better than that on a pitch that far outside of the strike zone. Got him to chase on the 2-strike count, but he wasn't fooled. He hit that ball really well. Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Fastball for a strike.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Swing and a high fly ball left field. He's got it. 2 down. 2 aboard, 2 outs. Will Smith to the plate. Inside.
Inside.
And that's ball 1.
Hey.
Ground ball right side, and it goes just foul. The 1-2.
That's ball 2.
High fly ball right field. And that's the 3rd out. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. Now in for the Braves, Mauricio Dubon.
Ball.
Hard hit right side. Throw on to Freeman. Now 1 gone in the top of the 6th.
Inside, ball 1.
On the ground, right side, Freeland. In plenty of time to first. 2 quick outs to open the top of the 6th. Next for Atlanta, Drake, Alex Vizquel. On the pitch here.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Tap foul at the plate. Looking to get the tying run on base.
That's the ball.
Breaking ball, and that got him.
Take your base.
Here's Matt Olson down.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
Rolled softly, but that goes foul.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Throw in hopes the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away. Late swing, fouled off. Oh, 1 down.
Save! He made it safe!
And that's off the plate. The inside edge. 2-1. Now 1 missed. And that'll load the bases.
Good patience to take that walk and keep the line. Moving, and it sets up a critical at bat coming up with the bases loaded here.
Mateo in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. Now the 0-1. In the air to left center. And that's the 3rd out. Back here in L.A., well, we go bottom 6. Teoscar Hernandez steps to the plate for the Dodgers. That one not close. And that is ball 1.
Nope.
Ripped on a line, and that's got extra bases written all over it. And he starts the bottom of the 6th with a double.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. I'll tell you, when you smoke a line drive into the gap like that, I mean, sure, home runs are king, but I feel like nothing makes you feel like a true professional hitter more than a bolt the other way.
That's out.
And that is downstairs. And that's ball 2. Next offering is downstairs.
There's an opportunity to do some damage and perhaps unlock this offense. 3-1 count. Be ready to turn on a fastball.
That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk. Now here. So the closer summoned from the bullpen. Suarez.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
The 1-0. Swung on, belted. That one carrying. Gone. He'll take a trot around the bases. And they add on. It's 4-0.
That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And you know, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow-through to drive it out of here.
First offering misses badly for ball 1.
Got to be real careful here. 2-0. He's hunting for this pitch.
That one hammered, but pulled foul. In the air, right field. Acuna moving under this one. And there's one away. Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit. Who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts.
Number 5, Freddie Freeman.
Check swing went around. 0-1.
Ball 1.
Suarez, multi-time All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a changeup, a sinker, and occasionally uses a cutter. Albies takes it in for the out. 2 away. Ball 1 and a pitch inside. Next offering is fouled back. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. 2 down, nobody on. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Here's a 1-2. He swings and hits a fly ball. Center field. That one gets down for a hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. When you flare a ball out behind second base, it's really a tough spot for anyone to get to, and you're never trying to do that as a hitter, but when you do, I tell you what, you're yelling at it the entire way to get down.
Yeah, big swing and a miss.
Ball.
And he couldn't hold back. We go to the top of the 7th. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Jonah Heim. And that's through there for a strike. And it's 0-1.
You know, these Braves definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. They're swinging at more than 70% of the first pitches they've seen today, and it's just not working out for them. So those first pitch numbers tell me they should try to find a way to slow this game down a bit. Things have been moving just too quickly for him at times.
And down on strikes he goes. And they get the leadoff hitter in the seventh. Tied him up inside with that one. And a base hit. And that's a one-out single. Here is Austin Riley, 1 for 2. To the mound now, they turn to Blake Trinan.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes.
Acuna runs.
Nope.
Pitches low. Throw to second. Out of bounds. Safe.
Ooh, Baez. You got to remember to take the donut off the bat, partner.
On the ground, right side. Freeman takes it to the bag. Braves down to their final out.
Good arm side run to that same side hitter right there. Very difficult to put that ball in the air or get through it. Just bores in on the hands.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Tucker settles underneath it. And that'll do it.
Whether you're a season ticket holder or you just come to a couple of games a year, to see your team win at home, there's just something special about that. Good job by this team to get it done for the hometown fans.
A 4-0 shutout in this one. Dave Roberts. in Philadelphia, Citizens Bank Park. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers and the San Diego Padres. First pitch coming your way next. Nice night for baseball here in the city of brotherly love. Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. Underway here at Citizens Bank Park. On the ground. Sheets steps on the bag. One out in the top of the first.
Well, in an 0-0 count, not every strike is a good strike for a hitter. I like the plate discipline there.
Inside corner for a strike. 0-2 now. Stays alive. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Batting third.
The batter now will be Will Smith.
Oh.
That clips the corner. Now one missed. That's off the mark. And now 3-1. That one hammered center field. Carrying well. Off the batter's eye and gone. He muscles that one out of here. The Dodgers strike first. It's 1-0.
Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spent on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
In the air, left field. And no one can get there. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. He's there. It's a 2-out double.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle. Allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer. And he hit the ball on the screws.
Base hit. Freddie across the score. And they lead by 2.
Wastes no time there. I'm amazed at his ability to pull his hands inside and actually square that baseball off. That pitch was off the plate. So tough to get the barrel to anything in there.
Max Muncy, the next to hit, takes ball 1. And that one almost got him. Out towards right center. That's well struck. That gets by him. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score easily, and they take a 3-run lead.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
Man at second. Laser, base hit. And they hold him at third. 90 feet away with 2 out. So digging in, Hessun Kim. Swinging a foul straight back. The 0-1. That one lifted to left. Laureano settles under this one. And that is that. Back here in Philadelphia and on the hill for the Dodgers, Emmett Sheehan. What do you have on him, Chris?
With the height, the release point creates a lot of tilt on his pitches. So coming into the zone, really hard for the hitters to get on plane. Makes it very difficult for the hitters to guess.
Digging in, Bryce Johnson. Foul ball. Oh, he gloves it.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
To first, but no chance to get him. We'll see how they score. Safe at first as they can't make the play. One down. Jackson Merrill, the next up for the Padres. Runner takes off, cut on and miss. Now they get the runner and a rundown. They put the tag on him, and that's out number 2.
Here he goes.
Gets a check swing. Appeal to third. Yes, he did. That's a swing. 2 down, nobody on. Fights it off. He'll see another. What a stop. Throw to first, and that's a nice play to end the inning. Back here in Philadelphia, top of the second, Alex Freeland steps to the plate for the Dodgers. To the right side, and that chance handled. Sends it over to Sheets. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Up next for the Dodgers, the designated hitter, Shohei Ohtani.
Ball.
You can never say enough about Ohtani. In 2023, he became the first player in AL/NL history to hit 40-plus home runs and record more than 10 wins in a season.
Late on that fastball. Right side. And it finds its way through for a hit. And a man aboard. Here's Kyle Tucker. He's 0 for 1. Here goes the runner. It's a pitch out. They get the tag on him, and that's the second out.
Oh, he looks more focused at the plate and working the count after that first at-bat strikeout.
Just missed. And now 3-1. Pulls that one foul. Two down, nobody on. Out towards right center field. Merrill has a beat on it. And that is that. Bottom of the second. Here's the cleanup hitter for the Padres, Gavin Sheets. In the air, left field, down the line. And that drops foul. The 0-1. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
He was all over that one. He wasn't able. Elevated, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
The 1-0. Outside with the breaking ball. And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
In today's game, not that many fastball counts, but hitters still in the back of their minds, they're looking for one. 2-0 changeup call right there. Excellent pitch selection to go with.
The 3-1. So a walk puts runners at first and second.
Not the start to this inning he was hoping for on the mound. Now he's going to have to really dial it up against the bottom part of this lineup to get out of this jam.
Here's Ramon Laureano. This one in the air, center field. He makes the grab. Runner tags at second. The relay to third, and he's safe. So it's first and third with one down. Here's Machado. That one is absolutely belted. Can't reach it. This should score at least one. Here comes Tatis around third. And they cut the lead to 2.
Oh, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
2 down. Next, it's the catcher for the Padres, Freddie Fermin. And that is out of play. In the dirt, blocked. Well done behind the dish. Runner at second, 2 down. Bottom half of inning number 2. And that misses. And a count 2-1. On the ground to the left. And that's just foul. Here's the pitch. Runner breaks for third. And that one lifted in the air, center field. That is the inning. Back here, Citizens Bank Park. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Will Smith. Comebacker to the mound. Tosses to first. One pitch and 1 out. That one fouled off.
Very humble guy, and you know, on the field, off the field, and he goes about his at-bats in that way, Boog. He's just trying to stay with the plan, and that plan is hit the ball to left center field, drive the ball that way, let it travel.
Yep. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's Teoscar Hernandez. Check swing went around, and it's 1-1. Swings through that one for strike 2. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. That's the first sinker we've seen today, and it was effective. Back at Citizens Bank Park. Up now, the Padre leadoff man, Bryce Johnson. Out to short. On the run, throw to first, and they get the out.
No!
Fouled off left side. Breaking ball inside. And a count 2-1. Swings over the top of that one.
Well, and those hitters count sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Payoff pitch. And ball 4 there. Tying run is on base. Jackson Merrill. The next up for the Padres. Grounded out his first time up. Late swing, foul to the left. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. And no shot to get him at first. There's two aboard.
Up next for the Padres, the first baseman, Garrett.
So now a pinch hitter, Nick Castellanos. Big spot for him here. One out. The possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. Inside. Ball wall.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boo.
Just off the inside edge. That's in there at the knees, and it's strike two. That's too low. Look out now.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Runners on the move. Out towards right center. That's well struck. That's got a chance. Can't reach it. This should score at least one. One runs in. Another comes in to score. 4-3. They take the lead. And a dangerous hit. Intentional walk coming here, and that sets up the double play possibility. With one away, runners at first and second. And Yardel Henriquez gets the ball now.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Runner edges away at second.
Well, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
Check swing called strike. 1-2. Out towards right center field. He's got it. Runner tags at second. Relay throw. He is safe. Manny Machado to the dish for a pivotal at bat.
A chance for more damage right here. A couple of RBIs for him in his last AB.
Ball inside.
Hard ground ball for a base stop. Runner from third into score. It's 4-3.
Everything came together for him. I know it was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
2 on, 2 outs. Out to short, Kim. Slings to first. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. Back here in Philadelphia, out of the fourth, Max Muncy steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
So important to get ahead of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass and allow that tying run to come to the plate. Always want to keep that other team in a position where if they're going to beat you, they're going to have to do it with multiple hits.
The 0-2.
Ball.
There's a swing and a drive. That one is foul, and he'll see another. Popped up left side. Machado should have this one. And there's one down.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
Sliced hard but foul. The Padres leading by 2, top half of inning number 4. And a big swing and a miss. This one in the air, center field. Merrill under it. And there are two down. Hesung Kim steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Fly to left his first time. Two down, nobody on.
Ball one.
Flying drive, and that's a base hit out into center field. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive in the center field. So that definitely felt good.
And a pitch out, but nothing going on. Again with a pitch out. Kim leads off first with two down to the inning. Fastball for a strike. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. So that's two straight two-out hits.
Up next to the Dodgers.
There. And it's even up. Comes up empty. That's strike two.
He normally does damage on that pitch in that location. Just a swing and a miss there.
And he's got him. Strike three, and that'll retire the side. Bottom of the inning. Here's the catcher, Freddie Fermin. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. One up, one down.
One pitch, one out.
Up next for the Padres, the designated hitter, Bryce Johnson.
That one in triple digits.
When you throw a fastball by a guy like that, I imagine it's got to feel incredible. Look for him to throw it again at some point.
That one almost got him. High fly ball out to center field. Pajes settles underneath it. Two up, two down. Now here's Jake Cronenworth. And first offering is fouled off. Two down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
And now it's 1-2. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Ready now for the fifth inning. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Kyle Tucker. On the ground, right side. Cronenworth whips it to first. One pitch and one out. That one ripped but foul. Just missed.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
This one in the air, center field. Merrill moving under this one. Two away down. Freddie Freeman will come up to hit. 1 for 2.
Freddie Freeman.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Oh.
Morejon, an all-star a season ago. He features a sinker, a slider, a changeup, a cutter, and he works in a four-seamer. He goes down looking. We head to the bottom of the fifth. Here's the center fielder, Jackson Merrill. This one drilled, right center field. That one heading for the fence, and gone! A solo shot, and they add to the lead. It's 6-3.
Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. They do it again. Back-to-back homers, and they add on. It's 7-3.
Back-to-back jacks, and this club is fired up right now, believe me. This is the kind of thing where you really start to notice hitters in a lineup feeding off each other, and the collective confidence just continues to grow.
Fernando Tatis Jr. to hit here. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. He's there. He's got it. One away.
Up next for the Padres, the left fielder, number 5, Laureano.
Line drive, base hit. And the Padres have a man aboard with one out.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
The 0-1. Laureano on the move. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. That one carried. Out of here. Manny Machado leaves the yard. Their third home run of the inning. And they tack on to their lead. It's 9-3. Fly ball down the line. Tucker really on his horse for it. Won't get to this one. It drops foul. And a knee-high strike to Xander Bogaerts. Struck him out looking.
Up next for the Padres.
2 down, base is empty. Freddie Fermin, the next up for the Padres.
Good-looking fastball right there. Surprised he didn't take a rip at that. I think he got locked up a little bit.
From historic Fenway Park in Boston, Massachusetts, we've got a perfect night for baseball on the show. It's the New York Yankees and the Texas Rangers. First pitch coming your way next. Today's starting pitcher, Mackenzie Gore. What do we have on him?
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working, but if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
Just about ready to roll, Jose Caballero stepping in now for the Yankees. Out to short, Seager. To first, 1 pitch and 1 out.
Batting second, the third baseman, Ahmed Wilson.
Really good cutter that he's able to front door and back door. That pitch is devastating.
Check swing called strike. That is strike 2. Ball 1 there.
Ball 2.
Just getting started here from Fenway Park. On the outside corner, got him looking. Here comes Aaron Judge. Big time power.
No, that's a ball.
On the ground, out to short. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Andrew McCutchen stepping in for the Rangers.
That's the ball.
This one in the air, right field. That one gets down for a hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
Now an 0-2 from Free. Got him swinging for the strikeout. And now it's Jake Berger to hit. Out towards right center field. Holds it in on the run. And there's 2 away. Throws it away.
Batting fourth. Number 6, Young.
First pitch doesn't find the zone.
This hitter loves attacking the first pitch, so not giving him something to hit is a good move.
Ball 2.
In the air to left center. Grichuk on the move. And that's the inning. We move ahead to the top of the second now. So now the Yankees cleanup hitter, Giancarlo Stanton. And there's a rocket into the outfield. And a good start to the inning.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. He put a great swing on that ball. Took the barrel right to it. Nice extension as well. 105 exit velocity. That tells you everything you need to know about that swing.
The 1-0.
That's the ball.
a line out towards center. And there's one down. One out man at first. Bellinger up to hit. Left field. McCutcheon takes it in for the out. And there's two down.
Batting seven, the left fielder, Randall.
That one fouled off. The 0-1. And that one fouled off. Gore, 27 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2017.
That's a ball.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swing and a high fly ball, well struck left field. Way back there, it's got a chance. And it hits off the monster. Here comes Stanton. Relay throw home, and he's out. Cut down, and that is the inning. Back here in Boston, we head to the bottom of the second. Brandon Nimmo stepping in for the Rangers. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Grichuk moving under this one. One up, one down.
Batting six, the center fielder, number 32, Evan Carter.
Shortened the bunt and missed it. 0-1.
Yes.
0-0 here in the bottom of the second. Got him swinging. And now Kyle Higashioka.
Ball.
Two down, nobody on. That one is blasted left field towards the monster. Into the monster seats and gone. A solo shot. The Rangers score first. It's 1-0.
He's so good at getting his arms extended, and that's exactly what he did right there. You don't typically want to pull a pitch in that part of the plate, but he doesn't allow his wrist to roll over, stays through the ball, gets the loft, and gets the home run.
Shortened the bunt and missed it 0-1. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. New inning getting started, and stepping in for the Yankees, Jazz Chisholm Jr. This one popped up. Seager settles under it. Takes it in for the out.
Batting ninth, the catcher, number 28, Austin Wells.
Out to short. Seager tosses to first. First two batters retired here in the top of the third. Back to the top of the Yankee order. Jose Caballero now at the plate.
Tough spot right here. Quick inning, 2 quick outs. You got to be patient, but you also have to be somewhat aggressive to not miss your pitch early in the count.
Base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Up next for the Yankees, The third baseman, Ahmed Rosal.
Runner on the go. That's a base hit. Coming home. Now he stops and he's able to get back into third. Critical at bat coming up, and in steps Aaron Judge. He's 0 for 1. Just missed.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
So out of the bullpen for the Rangers, Cole Winn.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Big spot. 2 out. Both the tying and go-ahead runs are aboard. Now there's a bullet down the line. And it hops over the wall for an automatic double. As a run scores on the play, and that ties the game. Two outs, 2 in scored position. High fly ball out to center field. And that's the 3rd out. Back here at Fenway, now the catcher for the Rangers, Danny Jansen.
Danny Jansen.
Max Fried will go to work. Not even close there. And the count even 1-1. That smash towards center. Takes it in for the out.
Up next for the Rangers, the left fielder, number 4, Andrew McCutchen.
Top of the zone for a called strike.
Well, in an 0-0 count, not every strike is a good strike for a hitter. I like the plate discipline there.
Whoa.
And that's off the inside edge. And it's a ball and a strike. What a stop. Fires to first. Nicely done for the out. And here's Corey Seager to hit. Went down on strikes his first time through.
Seager.
Two down, nobody on. That one sizzling on its way through to the outfield. And that keeps the inning going. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits.
Up next,
here's Josh Young. Fly to left his first time.
Ball inside.
In the dirt. Nothing happening on the bases, though. On the ground to Jazz. Throws to first in time, and that will end the inning. Back in Boston, and we we go to the... Looks like it'll be a pinch hitter. Ben Rice taking over on the mound for the Rangers, Robert Garcia.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
Carter takes it in for the out. One down. Here comes Cody Bellinger. Ball one, no strikes. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
That's a ball.
All tied up. Top half of inning number 4. This one belted deep left field. On its way. Gone. He circles the bases, and the Yankees have the lead. It's 2-1.
That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And you know, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow-through to drive it out of here.
Foul ball. This one in the air, center field. Carter moving under it, and there's 2 down. Jazz Chisholm Jr. now 0 for 1 with a flyout. And first offering is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. That missed inside, and it's 1-1. Ripped on the ground to second. Third out, and that ends the frame. Back here at Fenway, bottom 4, Brandon Nimmo stepping in for the Rangers. Checks his swing, now would appeal to third. No, he held up.
Ball 2.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Here's the 2-2. Got him swinging for the K. And that's 4 strikeouts.
The center fielder, number 32, Evan Carter.
On the ground, right side, Chisholm whips it to first. Already 2 gone here in the home 4th. Next up for Texas, Kyle Higashioka. That's out to center field. And that is the inning. Back inside Fenway Park. Here's the Yankees catcher now, Austin Wells. On the ground, and that's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
First pitch swing in, went up there with a plan to be aggressive. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
Here comes the 0-1. Ripped to first.
Great diving catch on the line drive, and the ground does not cause a fumble. Great athleticism on that play right there.
1 out man at first. Now the number 2 hitter, Ahmed Rosario. Garcia, a 6'4" lefty. He features a 4-seam fastball, a changeup, and he works in a slider.
In today's game, not that many fastball counts, but hitters still in the back of their minds, they're looking for one. 2-0 changeup call right there. Excellent pitch selection to go with.
And a strike.
Now pitching for the Rangers.
Man. First one away. Pinch hitter coming on. Ryan McMahon. Runner on first and one down for him. Payoff pitch. Runner. Here goes the runner. Got him swinging.
On the
Throw to second. Out there. And that ends the inning. Back here in Boston, we head to the bottom of the fifth. Josh Smith stepping in for the Rangers. Swing and a miss. 0-2.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up. Try to track the ball. Block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Up next for the Rangers, the catcher, number 9, Danny Jansen.
That's a real nice cutter right there. I mean, this guy can struggle with the inside pitch at times, so I'd say that's pretty effective if you can continue to command it on that side of the plate.
Looking to get the tying run on base. And downstairs. That one finds the zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Next for the Rangers, the left.
Here's McCutchen. 1 for 2.
McCutchen.
Oh.
Fastball is outside. And there's a foul ball. Two down, nobody on. Got him looking. And he strikes out the side in the 5th. Back now at Fenway, top 6. Aaron Judge stepping in now for the Yankees. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
Filthy changeup right there. Just pulled the string.
No, that's a ball.
And Judge takes a strike. On the ground at first. Can't glove it cleanly. The flip. And they get the out. Good recovery. Wasn't easy following the misplay.
The designated hitter, Giancarlo.
Fouled off left side. 0-1 now. Yeah, that's fouled off. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. Two down, bases empty. Ben Rice will hit next. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. Jacob Letts gets the call from the pen. He's into the game with the bases empty. And first offering is fouled off. Late with the swing there.
Just a bit late on that 0-1 breaking ball. 0-2 hole now. He's going to have to shorten up, tighten things up if he's going to have a good at bat. Well, he missed badly with that 0-2 fastball. Hitter has to understand. Probably wants to try to put him away with that pitch. So got to stay ready for it.
2 down, nobody on. Good job to fight that one off. Pitch is in the dirt. Full count now. And he walked him. And he represents the tying run on base after that hard-fought walk. Not close with that one. Ball 2. Swing and a ground ball. Flips it. Pretty nice play there.
You're out.
And we're back here at Fenway Park, bottom of the 6th inning. Corey Seager stepping in for the Rangers. Check swing. He held up. Ball 1. In the air, right side. Judge has a beat on it. 1 away.
Up next for the Rangers. The first baseman,
Fernando Cruz taking over on the mound.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Ring him up, says Clyde Washington. That's a strikeout. Here's the third baseman, Josh Young. Fouled off. He was late. The 0-2. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Back here at Fenway Park, we go to the top of the 7th. Randall Grichuk stepping in now for the Yankees. Ground ball right side. Smith in plenty of time to first. 1 pitch and 1 out.
The batter number 13, second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr.
Right side. On to first. And 2 away to start the 7th.
Up next,
2 outs, base is empty. Here's the catcher, Austin Wells. And first offering is fouled off.
That's the ball.
Big stock center field. Could be extra bases.
Oh, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the
cage hitting off the tee. Jalen Beeks gets handed the rock out of the pen.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And that drops in for a strike. In there at the knees.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
And it finds its way through for a hit. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits.
A couple of singles back-to-back. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it... very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Ryan McMahon steps to the plate. Berger. He steps on the bag. That ends the inning as they squander a chance to pick up some insurance. Back in Boston, last chance for the home team. Brandon Nimmo stepping in for the Rangers. Fastball is outside. Swings and misses. Strike 1. Swings through that one out in front that time. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Tosses to first and 1 away in the bottom of the 7th. Outside low, ball 1. The Yankees trying to close out a 1-run lead, and the home team trying to pull it out. Strike 2. And there's a ball. Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. Now only 1 out remaining.
For the Rangers, number 3, John Peterson.
And takes low for ball 1. Oh, look at the stop. To first. And what a play. Ball game.
Well, a real nice performance out of the pen. This guy is not the one who usually gets the final out, but extended his role a little bit and helped his team get the win. He got the save. Nice job.
And your final score here today, 2-1. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long. Welcome into Chase Field in downtown Phoenix. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the Chicago Cubs taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. Ready to go? Pete Crow Armstrong now at the plate. And with that, we're underway here in the desert. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Couldn't get any air under it, but he smoked that ball back up the middle. Timing was just perfect. Got great wood on it, and there's just no chance for the infielders with how hard he hit it.
Pitch out, but no action here in Phoenix, and just getting settled into this one. Again with a pitch out. Now a snap throw to first, and he dives back in time. The 3-1. There goes the runner. Now a high fly ball out to left center. Pajes should have this one. He's got it. One down. One out man at first. Ian Happ, the next to hit. It's a pitch out, nothing doing, and that's ball one. Runner takes off, pitches low. Safe at second, and that was not close. They try another pitch out. And at second. And he walked him.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
That one misses. That's 5 straight.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
There's a 1-1. Runners on the move. It's a pitch out.
Oh, and
Throw to third. Save. Double steal. Swing and a miss as he was out front. For Armstrong on third. Pat at second with one away. Battling here as he fouls it away. That misses the zone. 3-2 down. Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. Huge strikeout there. Now it's the right fielder, Seiya Suzuki. Strike 2, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. And they get out of the jam. Well done to finish off the strikeout at end of the inning. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And on the hill for the Cubs, Shota Imanaga. What do we have on him?
Boog, this guy usually turns in a very good outing. His teammates really enjoy when he's on the mound. Everyone seems to be loose, which can help the offense be a bit more dangerous. So if you look at the opposing lineup, they're hoping he doesn't just settle in. They want to make this an uncomfortable start from the beginning.
That's ball 2.
And he swings through that one. Close one. Doesn't get the call. Ball 3. Base hit. Around first and hustling for second. And he'll pull into second safely. Showing Ohtani up to the dish.
He normally does damage on that pitch in that location. Just a swing and a miss there. I don't think you want to throw it again, though.
Rip towards third. Zips it to first. One gone, bottom half of the first. Intentional walk coming here, and that sets up the double play possibility with one away and runners at first and second. First and second, one out. Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Swing and a miss.
You know, he can move the ball around, add and subtract, get some weak contact at times. So you don't worry as much about him in this situation. Very capable of getting a ground ball and getting out of this little jam.
2 away now. A very surprising intentional walk here from the dugout. That loads the bases. Here's Max Muncy. This guy with light tower power. Hard hit right side. Bush takes it to the bag. Out to escape a bases-loaded jam unscathed. Back here at Chase Field. Second inning set to go. Michael Bush digs in now. That one ripped. Reaching down, makes the grab. On the ground to third. Rolls across the diamond. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the second. The batter will be Michael Conforto.
In the on-deck circle, you really want to use that opportunity to see some pitches and time up the fastball. Last thing you want to do is miss a good hittable fastball early in the count.
Ball, that's it.
No score here in the second.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Outside.
Nope. Outside.
And that's ball
no,
4.
That's a ball.
Didn't miss by much right there. Just couldn't get the call off the inside corner.
That's a ball.
Conforto off of first with 2 away. This one in the air right field. Tucker really on his horse for it. Makes the catch. Inning over. Back here in the desert, bottom of the second. Alex Freeland steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Out towards right center field. Suzuki under it. And there's one away.
Ball 1.
The shortstop takes the ball. Lifted in the air right center field. Crow Armstrong running hard to get it. And there are 2 down. So here's Kyle Tucker now. On the ground. Bregman handles. Gets it easily, ends the inning. Well, here we go. Top of the third, scoreless game. Nice grab. Over to first, and they get the out. High fly ball, right field. Tucker on his way in. Brings it in, and there's 2 down. Ian Happ up to hit. Walked his first time.
Ball 1. Nope.
Sliced hard, but foul down the left side. And that skips in the dirt. Two down, nobody on. And that one misses outside. It's ball 4.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day one.
High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. Top of the third, no score. Next offering is foul back. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And that is that. As we go to the last of the third. Now it's the Dodger leadoff hitter, Andy Pajas.
Oh, that's inside.
Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. So a man on base to start the inning.
A couple of hits in a row for him here. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
Squirts away a little bit. Nice job behind the plate there. Runner on to go. Swinging a foul out of play. Runner goes again. The other way. And a base hit. Throw comes in quickly, so even with the runner on the move, he holds it second.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Steps off, lead runner back to second. Will Smith to the plate. There's the strike at the knees. First and second here, no outs.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Fastball the inside corner for a strike.
One way to make a guy real uncomfortable at the plate is pound him in.
Double steal. Got him swinging. And the throw bounces. Tag out.
Just not a good pitch to swing at. One reason he's an everyday player is he usually lays off of that junk.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. He's trying for third. Swanson fires over to first. And the inning is over. On to the fourth. Now it's the right fielder, Seiya Suzuki.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Next offering misses, and the count even 1-1.
You know, these Cubs showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. They've worked 3 walks already, so that proves they're not anxious up there. They're sticking to their game plan, and it's working.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Fair ball. Around first, digging for 2. Check that. He'll stop at first with a single after putting on the brakes.
Up next for the Cubs, first baseman, Aguitavivela.
The go-ahead run aboard at first. Nobody out. That's off the inside corner. And that's ball 2. Just missed.
Here's an opportunity to do some damage and perhaps unlock this offense. 3-1 count. Be ready to turn on a fastball.
And a base hit. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys. I know that was a ground ball. But it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
In the dirt, blocked. And now he looks it back to second.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
Left field. And that will drop foul. Swings and misses, struck him out. And that's 4 strikeouts. Go ahead, run on base. Michael Conforto. Climb in. He reached out to walk his first time.
That's inside.
The Cubs with the go-ahead run standing at second. Top half of inning number 4. And another ball. That one outside. Ball 3. Yeah, that's fouled off. And they're all loaded up.
Now that sets up a really big at bat in this game. These are the moments when everyone in the stadium gets really locked in.
That one misses, and it's 1-0. Late with the swing there.
Well, the hitter shows the pitcher that he's willing to go after that pitch down in the zone. So perhaps he'll come back to it. Still try to get that ground ball double play.
In the air to left center. 2 down. And they strike first as they take a 1-0 lead. 2 aboard, 2 outs. Pete Crow Armstrong. Left-hander out of the bullpen, Jack Driver. The offense will need to be ready for the breaking stuff. He's got a great curveball. And he drops it down the third baseline. Whips it to first on the run.
He's in there.
He's safe. On with a bunt single.
Now just a nice job coming through in a pretty high leverage spot right there. Now the base is loaded. Big opportunity for them to break this game open.
Base hit. 1 run is in. Now the second run is in. And and they take a 3-run lead.
Just a total nightmare for lefties. I'd be very surprised to see that matchup again. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Happ, the next to hit, takes ball 1.
That's ball 2.
That one misses, and it's 3-0. Right through there for a strike. That's a strike, and he inches closer to getting out of the jam. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Good job at damage control right there. Bottom of the 4th, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Teoscar Hernandez. Ground ball up the middle. Oh, looking to stop. Fires to first, and very nicely done for the out.
Ball in.
So the Dodgers are going to have to try and come from behind and try and get that offense going. Foul ball there. The Cubbies leading by 3. We're here in the bottom of the 4th.
Ball.
Here's a nugget. When Imanaga was announced at his introductory press conference, he charmed the local fans and media by memorizing the words to "Go Cubs Go." I asked Imanaga if there was one other song that he could learn in English, what would it be? And he said, "A Whole New World," the theme to Aladdin. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 2 away.
Up next, for the
2 down,
Dodgers,
base is empty.
second baseman,
Alex Freeland steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
Ball. That's out.
Ripped on the ground to second, and he has thrown 4 shutout innings. We go to the top of the 5th, so now it's the Cubs hitter in the 4-hole, Alex Bregman. Edgardo Henriquez gets the call from the pen.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Rojas slings to first. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Up next for the Cubs, right fielder Seiya Suzuki.
Ball. That's
Triple
off the plate.
digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
That one at triple digits. Center field. Pajes under it. 2 up, 2 down. Michael Busch will hit next. 1 for 2.
Michael Busch.
Great take right there. Showed some really good discipline. Breaking ball coming in. You see it well, but don't trust that it's going to hang on for a strike. Nice job.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Two down, nobody on. And a base hit up the middle. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Up next for the Cubs, catcher Carson Kelly.
Ball. That's outside.
And that is in for a strike. And it's 1-2. In the air, center field. Pajes settles underneath it. And that is that. Back here at Chase Field, we head to the bottom of the fifth. Miguel Rojas steps to the plate for the Dodgers. This one in the air center field. Crow Armstrong running hard to get it. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. One pitch and one out.
Up next for the Dodgers, right fielder Kyle Tucker.
These hitters are going to have to find a way to be a little more patient, see more pitches per at bat. Otherwise, that bullpen's not going to have to work over there, and it's going to be advantage pitching all game long.
The 1-1. Slides for the stop. Throw to first, and that's a great play for the out. Back to the top of the order now. Now it's the Dodger leadoff hitter, Andy Pages. And that skips in the dirt. Hit on the ground to short. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Top six. Now it'll be the Cubs DH, Michael Conforto. And that one lifted in the air center field. Pages under this one. And there's one down.
Up next for the Cubs, shortstop Dansby Swanson.
Ball, that's out.
Next offering is fouled back. Drilled in the air out towards right center. Tucker moving back for this one. Two down. Back to the top of the order. Pete Crow Armstrong, the next Cub to hit. Shorting the bunt and missed it. 0-1. That one is hammered right field. Carrying well. Out of here. A solo shot. And they tack on to their lead. It's 4-0.
That was one of those home runs where you really don't know if he got enough of it off the bat. I mean, he put a good swing on it clearly, but I wouldn't say he really got the sweet spot on the bat. The exit velo wasn't anything too impressive, but it had all it needed for him to circle the pillows.
And that one is lifted in the air. Pages drifts towards it, and that is that. Back here in the desert, where we go bottom six, Shohei Ohtani steps to the plate for the Dodgers. On a line, and that's got extra bases written all over it. That gets by him. And he's into second with nobody out.
Oh, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. Really stayed inside that baseball. Send it to the opposite field.
And we've got ourselves a pitching change. Jacob Webb.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Corner over to first. One pitch and one out.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup. Got that hitter to roll over.
Clutch situation, and here comes one of the best hitters in these spots, Freddie Freeman. That one fouled off. 0-1 now. In the air, left field. That's a base hit as a run scores. And he'll reach second with one away.
I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way. something on. And that pitcher's inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
Man at second. Ouch, that one's loaded. And he saved it first. Max Muncy at the dish. The Dodgers going with a pinch hitter, Santiago Espinal.
And he would be the tying run bird, so we may see him try to last one if he gets a good pitch to handle.
This one in the dirt. No advance. Good job behind the dish. First and third, one down.
He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam.
Hit on the ground might be two. To Horner at second for one, and that's quick work out of the pen. One batter, 2 outs. Back here at Chase Field, here's the left fielder, Ian Happ. There's a strike.
You know, these Cubs, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. We've heard lots of loud noise coming from their bats in this one, haven't we? I mean, they've logged 6 hits at 90-plus exit velocity, and that doesn't happen by accident.
Triple digits on that last pitch. And first offering is fouled off.
I want to start that load a little bit sooner because of the good velo.
Hard hit left side. Rojas with the throw to first. And 2 away to start the 7th. 2 outs, base is empty. Seiya Suzuki, the next Cub to hit. Back to right. Tucker moving under it. And that'll do it. Back here in the desert, bottom of the 7th, Alex Freeland steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Out to short, Swanson. Over to first.
Got him.
And the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th.
Up next for the Dodgers, shortstop Miguel Rojas.
That one pushed foul. The Cubs trying to close out a 3-run lead here at the bottom of the 7th. That one ripped but foul. This one in the air center field. Crow Armstrong has a beat on it, and there's 2 down. So last chance for the Dodgers. Digging in, Kyle Tucker. He's grounded out a couple of times.
Off the plate, ball 1.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think of.
Here's a drive out to right center. Way back there. Look out. Gone. A solo shot. And they close the gap. It's 4-2.
But the low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and pick your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient, waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
Slice to right. And foul ball. Next offering is in the dirt. Line to left. And that is the ball game.
Well, this was a tightly played game. Got a little of everything. Some timely hitting, runs on the board, key pitching and defense in certain spots. Definitely a fun one to watch.
And your final 4-2. The Cubs go home a winner. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon. Live from beautiful Oriole Park, we've got baseball on the show. The Atlanta Braves taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. Coming up on the first pitch, here is Ozzie Albies update.
Ozzie Albies.
And we're underway in Baltimore.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
In the air, center field. Pages on the move. And there's one down. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
He was all over that one. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Matt Olson now at the plate as he swings through strike one.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
Popped up to the left into foul ground. And there's two down.
Batting fourth, center fielder Michael Harris II.
Tap back up the middle. On the run, throw to first. A beautiful play to end the inning. We go to the bottom of the first. And now here's the starter for Atlanta, Chris Sale. How about a report on him, Chris?
With the height, the release point creates a lot of tilt on his pitches. So coming into the zone, really hard for the hitters to get on plane. Makes it very difficult for the hitters to guess.
Swing and a miss. Now 1-2. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Batting second, left fielder.
Here's Teoscar Hernandez.
That's high. That's a ball.
Swings through that one for strike one.
When you throw a fastball by a guy like that, I imagine it's got to feel incredible. Look for him to throw it again at some point.
Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Throw to first. Safe at first as they can't make the play.
Well, maybe approaching this at bat with a bit too much determination. Sometimes you just got to let the game come to you.
That's down. That's a ball.
Man at first, one away.
Let's see if he's willing to use the whole field right here. Definitely pounding him away.
And a swing and a miss.
All sliders so far in this at bat to get ahead in the count.
Runner takes off. Ball misses.
Ball.
And that's a stolen base. Not even close. Got him. That's the second out.
Batting fourth, center fielder.
Next to hit, Andy Pages. Line, and that's a base hit. Hernandez rounds third, heading to the plate. And he's out. He's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning. Top of the second, so now to the plate for Atlanta, Mike Yastrzemski. And there's a foul ball. 0-1 down. Fastball almost got him there. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Smith gathers, throws, gets him. One away on a drop third strike. And a big swing and a miss. Second inning here, no score. To the right side. Throw on to Freeman. 2 away now. Ronald Acuna Jr. is up. He's someone who grew up playing baseball with his friends. Singy, his school is next door to the only baseball field in his hometown.
Yeah, that made it easy to jump the fence and play games after class, which is exactly what they did. School started at 7, but the moment it was over, it was time for baseball. Ronald would play until his mom yelled for him to come home for dinner.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Back now at Oriole Park, bottom of the inning, Kyle Tucker steps to the plate for the Dodgers. And that gets the inside corner for a strike. Big stack center field. And a good start to the inning.
Really nice job of 2-strike hitting in that at bat. So impressive that he didn't get tied up or jammed on that pitch inside. Instead, good quick hands allowed him to get the barrel to it. Just shoot it up the middle of the field for that knock.
And the 0-1.
That's the
pitch
ball.
out, but no action.
Ball.
And a pitch out, but nothing going on. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. And there's one down.
Phil, that was a pitch you got to crush. Unbelievable that he missed it right there. I'm telling you, he is going to be frustrated with himself until his next at bat.
Alex Freeland now at the plate as he swings through strike 1. And a big swing and a miss.
2 really good back-to-back sliders. Now in an 0-2 count. He's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that's 4 strikeouts. Steps off, checks the runner at first. Back to first, and he's safe. Pitch out, but no action. That's off the mark, and that's ball 2. This one in the air, center field. Harris under it, and that will end the inning. Back here in Baltimore, now in for the Braves, Austin Riley.
You know, these Braves, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. The numbers tell us they're swinging at the first pitch more than 90% of the time. And that's an extremely high number, especially when you're not getting results, Boog.
Batting ninth, shortstop Mauricio Dubon.
Got it started a little too early. Strike 1.
You know, being aggressive can be a little tricky. You want to have confidence up there, but sometimes hitters fall into the trap of being overconfident, thinking they can hit anything, and that can lead to a lot of mistakes.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Runner holds at second, so another base hit could get us the first run of the game.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach.
Pulls it in, 1 away.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting the line drive that glove, but you will get some.
They turn things over to the southpaw.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
That's the ball.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
2 on, 1 out. Runners on the move. And that one lifted in the air center field. Should be extra bases. Brings it in. Matt Olson stepping to the plate in a big spot now. Popped out and fouled ground first time through. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
I'd say that stayed in the tunnel for a long time. No chance of even fouling it off.
In the air, left field. And it stays fair. In comes the run from second. Hernandez quickly throws it in. Runner holds at third, so just 1 across on the play. Looks like it'll be a pinch hitter. Eli Wood. And this big at bat in this ball game. So second and third occupied. They go for the intentional walk. Bases now loaded. And there's a force at every base. So now pinch hitter for Atlanta. Jorge Mateo. Big spot for him here. Taking over on the mound.
Well, no margin for error in terms of throwing strikes with the bases loaded. Just has to execute 1 pitch at a time to try to get out of this.
Aguitavivela 1. Line drive. Base hit. 1 run is in. Tough spot for the pinch hitter, and he delivers.
Well, he comes through clutch with the RBI single. That was big. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball.
Base hit, 1 run in already. Another comes in to score. It's a 2-run single, and they're up by 4. And here comes Ronald Acuna Jr. in a huge spot. Up the middle, Freeland. They take the force out. That'll end the inning after a lot of scoring. Set for the bottom of the 3rd, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Max Muncy. One thing with Max Muncy, and it'll be interesting to see what he throws here. He hammers the fastball. Now that's smacked to right center. 1 away.
He was all over that fastball right there. I'll tell you what, if he gets under it just by a fraction of an inch or a little bit more, that's way back.
And it's fouled away. So the Dodgers are going to have to try and come from behind and try and get that offense going. They've got to pull the lineup. And when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. And now Teoscar Hernandez. He's 0 for 1. Foul ball there. 2 down, nobody on. On the ground to first.
That's a foul.
And foul ball. The 0-2. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. All set for the start of the inning. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Austin Riley. and that's a base hit. And a man aboard.
That's back-to-back singles for him. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive in the center field. So that definitely felt good.
Ball.
And a sac bunt here. Freeman. To second,
No, he
but he beats the
saved.
throw. Save. First and second, no outs. Ozzie Albies next up for the Braves. Ground ball up the middle, and that's a base hit. Here comes Riley. He'll score, and the lead is up to 5.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Just kept it simple. Played Pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
Zach bunt towards third. Muncy sends it to first. One pitch and one out. Runners at second and third and one out. And now Matt Olson up to hit.
That's a good miss off the inside part of the plate. You'd much rather miss there than out over the plate where this guy could do some real damage.
That's the ball.
That's a ball. Went with the sweeper.
Number 51, Aguitavivela.
Sliced hard but foul. Vesia. He's kind of a prototypical bullpen arm in today's game. Electric stuff that results in a ton of strike. Hard hit left side. Rojas with the throw to first. Now 2 away as they get a run across.
Now, as a hitter, when a guy like this comes into the game, you feel like he's standing on top of you, and it's just attack mode coming right at you, expecting to get a swing and miss.
That's a foul ball.
Man on second, 2 down. And it's fouled off.
That's the ball.
Ripped on a line to center. Lunges, but can't make the catch. He's in there.
He's in there. He's set.
Everything came together for him. That could be a dangerous pitch if you don't get it inside enough, because as a hitter, you see it coming.
Runner breaks for third. Pitch outside.
Safe,
Throw to third. Save. 2 outs and a runner at third. Top half of inning number 4.
Runner.
On the ground. Throw on to Freeman, and that's the 3rd out. Back now at Oriole Park. Bottom 4, Shohei Ohtani steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
This is one of those times when you want to be aggressive. Go ahead and pitch to contact. Let the defense work behind you. You've got a nice, comfortable lead. Don't try to be too fine.
To the right side. Over to first. Leadoff hitter retired in the 4th.
Up next for the Dodgers, center fielder Andy Cahen.
That's third. Long throw to first. Already 2 gone here in the home 4th. 2 outs, base is empty. And now the right fielder, Kyle Tucker. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. That's back there. Say goodbye to that one. A shot to the opposite field. And they're on the board. It's 7-1.
That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And you know, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow-through to drive it out of here.
Yeah. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. next offering is fouled back. And that one ripped to left. That is the inning. We go to the top of the fifth. Now it's the Atlanta catcher, Jonah Heim. And first offering is fouled off.
You know, these Braves doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. The numbers tell us they're averaging more than a hit every inning, and they've only struck out twice. So they keep finding ways to put their bat on the ball.
One up, one down.
And you know we're living in the launch angle era, but today feels like we're being treated to a throwback performance, talking about those ground ball numbers in this one.
Foul ball.
Nice grab to first, and they get the out. Two down, base is empty. So here's Riley now. He's 2 for 2. On the ground to third, and that's just foul. The 0-1. High fly ball out towards left center. Pajes settles under this one, and that'll do it. Back here in Baltimore, we head to the bottom of the fifth. Alex Freeland steps to the plate for the Dodgers. And that one ripped to left. One down.
Up next for the Dodgers, shortstop Miguel Rojas.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters even if you give up a solo shot.
Line drive, base hit, and that's a one-out single.
So much of good hitting is finding holes in the defense. That's why you're always thinking line drive into the gap. Those kinds of swings really boost your confidence.
Muncy, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike one.
That's a ball. Outside.
Rojas stands at first with one out. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Catcher Will Smith.
Ball 1, no strikes.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
This one in the air, center field. White settles under it. He's there. He's got it. And that is that. All set for the top of the 6th. Now in for the Braves, Mauricio Dubon.
Looks like he sacrificed to pitch right down the middle for tracking and timing. Some good hitters will do that.
Bunts it towards the mound. And he's safe at first. Some strange defense there.
Second baseman Ozzie Albies.